Hey everybody, Pete from Renew Fitness. My trusty sidekick Alfie helping me out today. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what I believe is the number one skill as a person who is 40 years or older needs to have in order to live a strong, healthy, independent life, okay? And this skill will become more and more important with every year that you age, okay? That skill is to be able to get down onto the ground and to get back up again. This video was inspired by the incident that happened the other day in Victoria when Daniel Andrews, the Premier, he had a fall in his bathroom, slipped on the tiles, and he's basically fractured his spine, his T7 vertebrae, and he's in hospital for a while. I believe he's okay, but he's got some serious work to do to rehabilitate that. And it made me think about my philosophies in training, particularly with people over 40, and one of the largest themes in all of the training is getting people comfortable with this thing that Alfie is very comfortable with at the moment, that's on the ground. I had a quick look before I filmed the video at some statistics as to what were the major causes of particularly death, non-illness related death in Australia. I would believe that any developed nation like Australia, the UK, Europe, the US would have a very similar set of statistics, mainly due to our level of inactivity. We in these developed nations have become much more sedentary than less developed nations. Okay, so what I learned very quickly from a government site was that 37% of deaths that are not related to things like cancer and so on, 37% of deaths are related to falls of all deaths. Once you get over 65, that increases significantly. Surveys between 2007 and 8 said about 44.5 out of 1,000 people over 65 will die of a fall. And that's increasing. It's now, well, at 2019, it was 56.2 per 1,000 will die because of a fall. So it's increasing. I think with COVID, you could agree, everything has changed so much recently that we are not leaving our houses as much. There are so many more excuses not to be active. And the result of that is that fall-related injuries and deaths are increasing as well. So really the point of this video was to show you very quickly a very simple exercise that you could do. You could do this for a minute, or you could do it up to 10 to 20 minutes. It doesn't require any equipment, it just requires your body weight. And what it is designed to do is to get you comfortable with this thing down here that Alfie's going to get upset with me when I move him in a second. Get comfortable with the floor again. And the exercise is simply this: to get down on the ground. Oh, scared him. Lay on your back and then get back up again. Once you've done that, get down on the ground. This time let's lay on our front and get back up again. You would do the same for the right side. Let's do that. Okay, and then you might do the same for the left side. You can see this is becoming a pretty good workout anyway. Okay? Now, to make things interesting after that, if that's easy for you, and if you're lucky it is, right? What we can start playing around with is fall prevention strategies, or to start to rewire the brain to figure things out, because falls are generally a surprise. They're not something that's deliberate. So this is something I've learned of Dan John, and I've seen it in a few different places, called fall matrix or get back ups, whatever you want to call them. It's where we now start to think about taking a limb out of the equation. So for instance, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to super glue it to my right thigh, and we're going to go through that same sequence. But now I have to think a little bit more. Okay, back up again, get down to my belly. All of a sudden, can you see like my arms trapped? And you can see at this point, if I was going to fall, I'm probably going to fall in a way that isn't convenient. Now, if you're at home alone in your house and you've fallen and there's no one to call help for and you don't know how to get back up, do you think this would be valuable practice? Okay, so I've done all 4 sides of my body and I haven't removed this. So you can do the same with the other side. You can take 2 hands out of the equation, hold on to your butt, put your hands behind your head. The imagination is the limit there. But the idea is there. 1, you're getting a great little workout. 2, you are nourishing your nervous system with information it probably hasn't had for a long time because your skin's full of nerve endings and tactile things. So once again, it's giving your body a better idea of where it is spatially, and it can start making better decisions about how you move, just in general. So this is sort of one of the types of movements that I like to encourage the people that I train to play with. I use a bucket load more as well. But I'm going to round the video up here today, but just want to give you some food for thought, particularly when it's so, well, coincidentally with Daniel Andrews there, it's quite timely that this guy's 48 years of age. I'm 47. And I think that this is the type of movement as a 40 plus something year old human being that is absolutely going to serve you well as you age into your 60s, 70s, and so on. That's not to say that you shouldn't be using more traditional movements as well. You absolutely should. But if you're leaving that type of stuff on the table, you're leaving a big part of how we move and how a healthy body should be nourished with movement on the table. So I hope you dug this video, guys. I'll be back soon with another one. Cheers.